चांदनी जब तक रात देता है हर कोई साथ, तुम मगर अंधेरों में ना छोड़ना मेरा हाथ। Hello. Welcome everyone to the season finale of Ranting and Relieving. I would not say I have no idea where did the time go. I clearly do. It's been a challenge, honestly, to give words to my feelings. But I surely don't know how I managed to pull this off, sharing my experiences with all of you while hopefully not boring you guys. Thank you for staying with me throughout. Now, this season would not be complete until I share with you my magic potion that has sailed me through, my support system, which I'm super duper blessed to have. I've got a whole squad cheering for me, and today I'll introduce you to each one of them. So, buckle up, you are in for a long ride. Remember, I told you how I completely isolated myself from the world when I lost Mr. K? Now, it was during that time I truly realized how lucky I am to have found my magic beans in my friends and my brother, who overnight became immensely mature and evolved from a little baby to my pillar of strength. Yes, I'm fortunate enough to have support from my both set of parents, and we all know our parents love us unconditionally, and no matter what we do, they'll always have our back. But it was really amazing, to experience this unconditional love, support, and strength from all my friends and my baby brother, whom I leave no chance of sharing numerous hugs with, laughter, wrestle with him, yell at him, and then find it absolutely okay to barge in his room at 2 in the morning to discuss some series that I just finished. Who, though 8 years younger to me, showed maturity beyond his age and ensured his sister finds her way back to life. And when it comes to my friends, they had no obligations to stick with me. They were facing numerous challenges in their own lives as well. Yet they stayed throughout. My brother, who was in his early teens, could have been busy with his own friends, his own life, and he had his personal troubles too. Yet he stood by me without me having to ask any of them to be there for me. Despite of me pushing them away so hard, trust me, you have no idea. I can be a pain at times. But the harder I pushed, they bounced back even harder. I vividly remember the first time I went to shopping after all that happened. Mayank, my little brother, for the first time ever in his life, took me out to the mall, sat outside the changing room, forced me to wear all kinds of fashionable clothes instead of the plain rags I was inclined towards buying. He was so adamant about it that he didn't let me step out of the store until I try all the pieces that he has chosen for me. He simply put his foot down and refused to have my say in buying all the neutral baggy clothes, which were making it hard for even me to recognize myself. He was the one who made me step out of my bedroom and acted all strict while pampering me alongside. He refused to give in my demands of dim room, meals in bed, no grooming at all, and ensured that one by one I broke all the walls and stepped in the light once again. I don't know when our sibling bond blossomed into friendship where no matter how embarrassed he gets, we can share and discuss anything, everything. So a big part of me did a backflip when baby brother said he is proud of me. Hear it for yourself.
Question asked to me was, am I proud of you? And my answer is yes. I am indeed proud of you. Because there is no reason not to be. Because despite having so many problems to deal with on an everyday basis, and after going through everything that you have in your life, don't give up. Light up anybody and everybody's day around you and make them feel special, even if you are down sometimes. You are the strongest person I know. One of the things that makes me most proud about you is that you don't give up easy and you don't let the people around you give up easy. You are the strongest person that I know. Teach me how to shine in the face of adversity every single day. Through you, I have learned that Life isn't a rose garden every day. Life is made of ups and downs. But what is important is not to give up in those downs and live your life. Because the downs and what you do in them really make those ups special. I really admire your attitude towards life. You achieve everything you put your heart to. These are some of the reasons that I am proud of you, and the love and respect I have for you grows each and every day. I have no doubt that you will achieve everything you think of in the future and shine brightly while doing it. This is not just how I feel. I think anybody who truly knows you will agree with me. I would just like to end by saying that I love you. Very big congratulations on the season finale.
His message filled me with so much warmth and love. Because siblings fight so much, they are busy teasing each other. And for someone like Mayank, it's very hard for him to express himself because he rarely do so. So yeah, I'm very emotional right now. And pardon me if I continue being so during this episode because all of my friends have been asked certain questions and they'll be answering those in their own unique style while they are at their own places. So you'll be hearing a lot more audio changes, audio differences. So please bear with it. This episode is really special and you'll not regret it. So let's continue. So while growing up, we have been told that you can never choose your family members. You have to endure what you get. But friends are whom we choose and we cherish as life goes on. So choose wisely. But had it been for me, I would not have met these beautiful people because I take some time to open up. But once I do, I'm not leaving you ever. So lucky for me, all these super special people, my precious gems, who chose me and decided to have Crazy Me as their friend, all of them took the first step. All of them. Apart from Mayank, my support system has my friends from school, my grad college, my fashion college, a very, very dear sister in law whom I've always considered as my younger sister, and even some friends of Mr. K who took me in like some long lost friend of their own. So let me start with my school friends first. I, Neha, Siddharth, and Poonam have been friends for more than 20-25 years now. From teasing Neha for her noodle like hair to sharing Harry Potter updates with Siddharth, we all grew inseparable while discussing which next guy has fallen for Poonam now. I was the first one among all my friends to get married, and they were with me throughout. In 2015, we all were leading our different lives in different parts of country. The moment they got to know, in no time they were by my side. I remember Neha was herself injured at that time, and yet they were all with me, holding me, sitting quietly beside me, and wiping my tears. While so many people tagged me as a bad omen, Neha, Poonam, and two other friends of mine, Alisha and Aditi, whom I'll talk about later, ensured I don't give in to such nonsense. And they and their families made me a part of their wedding festivities. All four of them scolded me for thinking otherwise for even a moment. And I was included in all the rituals and ceremonies which a bride's friend or sister performs. And no matter how much I elaborate on that, I can't express how I felt in those moments. I was touched, emotional. I even cried sometimes when nobody was looking at me. My heart was filled with immense love for each one of them. They are the reason I started going out for lunches, dinners, and window shopping without giving any attention to naysayers. They helped me in finding that courage. And I've asked all of them one question. While Neha complained of it being a tough question, she answered it as honestly as she can. And believe me, she's brutally honest, which I appreciate about her a lot. Let's hear what they have to say about me.
Shifali, I admire how strong you are, how the ever depressing Indian society could not hold you captive for long, and how you have become an inspiration for girls or for people who are going through what you have been through in past few years. I really admire how strong you are.
I've known Shafali since our childhood days. She has been bubbly, vibrant, and a strong woman. She puts her heart and soul into her work. and she has been an all rounder, be it study, sports, or any other extracurricular activities. She has performed well in actually each and every field, I would say. And definitely, she has been a strong woman who has been beating all the storms in her life. And I bet no one can ever beat her. The task given to me was a very difficult one. It was to identify one thing that I would like to change in her. So that put me into deep thoughts. Because according to me, there is nothing I would like to change in her. She is so perfect. And then after so much of digging my mind, and then I could recall one of our, older conversations, how she felt about people talking bullshit to her or about her. So I told her the same thing, and I would like to tell the same thing to her today as well. Not to shit about what other people say. People come and say things about you, no matter you are doing good or bad in your life. So just think, you are just a CEO of your life. Everyone else are just part of your. You might speak, but you decide. And you're a confident young lady who is doing excellent in her career. And don't feel bad about making decisions which upset others. You are making decisions for your life and they're responsible for theirs. So stop bothering about others. They'll come and say things to you and about you. It should not matter to you. Just be confident and stay strong. And remember, no matter what, we are always there for you. Love you.
This woman can never give up. She finally found something which she wants to change about me. Well, Neha, I'll work on it. Now it's time I talk about to you about a trio of lovely people whom I met during my college and were the first ones who were with me. Bhumaja, Akshay and Garima. You can say Bhumaja is not my friend, but she's my younger sister. I cannot stay angry with her for long. She's adorable. Though she's very talkative just like me, that day even she had no words and her tears won't stop. When you truly have someone as your friend, it doesn't matter how often you talk. What matters is that you know you can count on them. And that's the kind of relationship I share with her. I call her Nanhe with love, and I will always count my blessings for having her God sent to me. Now, Akshay is my food partner. While he can easily enunciate anything food related, it's very hard for him to express his own feelings. He's a softie, he cannot see people he loves in pain, and some people mistake him for being rude, but he's not. He's a soft, fuzzy teddy bear who held my hand throughout and said nothing, yet said everything. He never asked anything in return but some delicious home cooked meal and also stole my best friend Karma from me. Day after day, she used to travel miles to be with me, checked with my parents, checked with me, made plans to take me out, and was always strategizing to have me back. So, such answers were so expected when I reached out to them.
I hate you for making me do this, but because I'm awesome, I'm doing this. The question that I was told to answer is, what does Shifali mean to me? Now, I've been staring at this question for a very long time now, and so much can be said, and so many memories come to my mind, and it's really difficult for me to process and respond or actually share all of those in like whatever minutes this is going to be edited into. So let me share one memory of how it all started. We were in college. This is I don't know, very long back, 2008, and I was just passing by during lunch hours, and she opened her tiffin box and it had rajma chawal. I did not know her, never spoke to her or anything, and then completely finished that box. And that is how it all started. That is how we became friends, where it all began. I am a foodie, so I loved it. It was amazing. And that's how we started to bond. And that's when I introduced myself that, my name is Akshay. That was, one of the best memories that I have. We've been friends for a very long time. We've had our own highs and lows, but we bonded well over Landmark. That was a few days session that me and her took, and it was a ritual of ours that we used to go to a cafe just down the street for our lunch, and we tried almost everything on the menu, and reviewed it how it could have been made better. And that is where we both saw a different side of each other, and it really helped in cementing our friendship. So she's always been there, she's always helpful, she's always great to have a conversation with. She always has your back, and that is one thing that I'm proud of. I can call her up. Sometimes she'll pick, but she'll definitely respond. We can always have a conversation without any filters whatsoever, and that's the beauty of it. We even have a running joke that if me and her stay close to each other, we'll probably start a food blog, and uh, our peers are going to hate us for it.
So, my funniest memory with Shifali, I think there are just way too many. From being thrown out of the classroom together to being chased by cops around the city, I think it's been one hell of a ride with her. One particular memory that definitely stands out for me is the time when we were driving to a friend's house and Shifali's car broke down in the middle of a very, very busy road. That too at a peak hour when there was just traffic everywhere, and there we were sitting inside the car playing dumb charades with bus drivers and car drivers, giving them signals to take their vehicle from the left or the right. And then we had these gentlemen that got down from a bus and kind of moved our car in a way that instead of blocking one lane, it started blocking two lanes. And then I think we had dozens of people swearing at us and cursing us. But the whole journey, to reach this friend's house was just hilarious. I mean, it couldn't get more dramatic than this. But this is just one memory. I think I have way too many memories to pick out my favorite as such.
Shivali and I have been best friends for a little over 13 years now. All I can say today that I'm so proud of her, and I'm super glad, and I have actually have the absolute pleasure of calling her my best friend. We met in college, first year of our graduation. Then we did our postgrads together as well. From sneaking out of her house to meet her fiance slash husband while I was at a sleepover at her place, we got into an accident once as well. We had the absolute pleasure of shopping together for our weddings as well. Then there were times we were helping each other while studying for our finals on the day of her wedding. She actually threw me an amazing bachelorette party to make me eat Rajma Chawal in the middle of the night after I puked my guts out after a great New Year's bash at her place. Two of fabulous outstanding trips we enjoyed together. There are so many great memories to choose from, but the one always that stands out is when we just met. Shifali used to be a very sweet, innocent child when she entered college. She was an absolute straight arrow, and I have the absolute pleasure in saying that I initialized the process of corrupting her a little bit. So, as I was saying, it was during the initial days of our friendship, and because Shifali was such an innocent person, she never used to get those teenage R-rated jokes. So one sad day, she wasn't in college. We all were sitting and chatting, and one of us got such R-rated jokes on our mobile phone, and he just said it out loud. We all cracked up. It was a pretty good joke. Suddenly, I don't know from where I got the idea. I told everybody, you know what, if Shifali would have been here, she would not have understood this joke. And trust me, not many people believe that because it was a pretty straight one. So I took a bet. I forwarded a joke to her, and I guaranteed that she will call and ask what is it about. And my friend did not disappoint me.
at all. Almost immediately called me up. And we all just, oh my god, we laughed so hard. And she was like, what happened? What did I do wrong? And it was just amazing. It was one of the most cherished memory I have of her. But trust me, these days, Shefali is not innocent. Her innocence has been long gone. Now she can make anyone blush with her potty mouth. But she is amazing and I absolutely love her. And I'm sure everybody else does as well. Love you, babe.
Trust me, I had no idea that Garma will share this memory of ours. But yeah, told you. Moving forward, let me introduce you to some other special friends, Aman and Aditi. Both of them were Mr. K's grad college friends, and they have adopted me like their own child. They are extremely protective of me, and I know they will never ever leave my side, no matter how crazy I get. While life was taking its test and I refused to acknowledge anyone around me, it was Aman who nagged the hell out of me. Every morning, 9 a.m., he would drop in a simple text of good morning. I ignored him, his messages for months altogether. But that didn't deter him. Aditi's incessant phone calls to ensure my well being, constantly checking on me while she was switching countries for personal reasons, ensured we never go out of sync. Aditi is life of any party, and together her and Aman surely bring back energy to mine as well. Hear what they have to say about me, about some of the insane times we have had.
Okay, so Shifali and I go many, many years back. We've been friends for a very long time. She's a very happy and a loving soul. She has herself gone through a lot in her life, which has impacted her, which would have impacted anybody, would have made everybody go, under severe depression. But no, she arose out of it. And she's a very powerful and a strong person in today's date. Whenever you're low as a friend, she'll make it a point that she's right there for you. You don't have to ask her to be there for you. She will herself reach out to you, and that is the kind of friendship that she gives me, and I love her for that. And she does a lot for her friends. Matlab, if you will, you can't even think. So for example, I had a patty in her house one day. I loved it, and I told her that I loved the patty. That woman, next time when she came to meet me in my house, went 50 kilometers away and got me that patty just because I had told her 8-9 months back that I like that patty. That is her power over you. That's the kind of love and the passion that she brings in her friendship also. And this is not just for me, this is for all her friends. She'll go out for all her friends. She'll extend whatever emotional support that you need at any time, at any hour, at any situation. For example, one of the memories that I can never forget about her, never ever forget about her. And I can never imagine that somebody can do this much for you. Really, can somebody think this is what I want to do for my friend? I used to be in Dubai and she was in Delhi. And I was going through some severely extreme bad times in my life. That's what I thought. Without me asking her, she just booked a flight. She gave me a call. I'm coming over to Dubai to spend some time with you. Now look at her sweetness. Who does this? Who plans a trip to another country to just be with them? And her presence was in such a way that she made it a point that she's not obstructing my life, or she's not being a burden on me on any kinds. At that point of time, I had recently joined an office, so there was no way I could take an off. That girl would plan her entire day out and then be herself completely available for me the entire day. We did everything possible. We went to water sports, we went to theme parks, we went to helicopter rides, we went to beaches, shopping, whatever a girl can do. We went to limousine rides, whatever, it was like we were living that once, like they say, that live your life a king size. It was like there's no tomorrow. We lived that kind of a life to such an extent that after 7 days, we realized that there was more to explore. So she rescheduled a ticket for 2 days later, and then we did more of that kind of a fun. Life with her was amazing in Dubai, and if given a chance, I want to do that with her, exactly the same thing again once. You know, that's one memory of hers that I can never forget, and I love you for that, Shafali.
I know Shafali as a friend from almost a decade, and she's a very special friend to me. She's very caring, intelligent, and very, very creative. There are many, many crazy memories which we lived with each other, but one of the most memorable memory is 3 to 4 days before my wedding. So, pre-wedding functions were going on in my house, and at 11 in the night, me, Shifali, and her husband Kanishk decided and planned to go to a party in Noida. But by the time we reached, it was over. So we decided to go for a short drive on Taj Expressway, which was opened very few days back. Finally, we hit the expressway, and it was beautiful. The highway was very well made. We all were listening to music, stopping on scenic spots for selfies, but due to fog, pictures were not coming clear. We were crazy enough to stop a truck on the highway and told the truck driver to throw truck headlights at us so that we can shoot and click some selfies. It was full filmy with desi spotlights. You can't even imagine. After all this madness, we decided to head back. But the short drive has its own plan. We were looking for a U turn to head back, but we drove for like 50 kilometers, then 60 kilometers, then 100 kilometers, then 120 kilometers, but there was no U turn. And finally, we saw a board after 180 kilometers. Welcome to Agra. I remember by that time it was somewhere around 3:30 or 4 in the morning. So we decided we were all tired. We decided to take a nap in some hotel for a few hours. But the madness doesn't end here. We checked like 5 hotels, 6 hotels, but all the hotels were full. Then we decided let's go to a fancy hotel. We will find some rooms there. We again tried couple of hotels, no rooms. Third hotel, no rooms. Finally, one hotel offered us a suite room and they asked for the fare, which was 25K per night. So we were like two guys and one girl standing at the reception. And imagine what Shifali said. Shifali asked for a discount from the receptionist by saying, "Sir, we need room for only few hours and we leave." I still remember myself, Kanesh, and receptionist looking at each other in shock. Shifali, girl, what the hell were you saying? So we all laughed and left that place. After all this struggle, we found a decent hotel at 6 in the morning. We had breakfast, we all slept, and in this whole madness, no one realized that we have a family that needs to be informed that we have reached Agra. When we woke up, it was afternoon. I checked my phone and it had like 30 odd missed calls. All of them from my mother and my father. We all suddenly realized that your family must be thinking the groom ran away from the wedding. Finally, Shifali answered my mother's call and got all the scolding. Poor she had to do this for us all the time. By the time I reached back home, one of my wedding function was over without me. So this short drive accidentally ended up in a road trip, and this experience could not have been a memory without you, Shafali. Be the same always. Love you lots.
Some beautiful times indeed, which shall go on as we move ahead together. My sister in law, or should I say sister or my friend, Alicia, is yet another gift from Mr. K. This woman introduced me to a world I never knew, spoke to me in a language which reached directly to my heart, and has opened an altogether new realm for me. Right from the day one when I got introduced to the family of Mr. K, she has been my constant support and family. She banished all my fears that I had associated with the phrase sister in law. This person took me on an impromptu international trip, which was supposed to be her solo trip to celebrate her last few single days. And what beautiful 15 days were those! With her, I dropped all my inhibitions, danced on the streets of Amsterdam, roamed around Paris, attended music festivals in Spain, and lived like a young Shefali again. After that trip, I have gained confidence that I'm enough of a company for myself. And if I can do this, I can do anything. I don't know if she herself knows that how much she has motivated me. I'm planning to take some major steps in 2021, which Mayank pushed me towards, and this woman, though 8,500 miles away, helped me throughout and at all possible odd hours.
Hi, Bhabhi. Your meaning in life, in my life, has grown ironically more after we lost someone special. I know for sure that there is a friend that I have who's out there and doesn't mind that we talk less but values the bond that we share. You're not just the one who I consider as one of my closest friends now, but also an inspiration to me for the way you have come out so strong out of your situation and aspire to live life with hope and positivity.
Alicia, you are cherished always. And so is that beautiful letter from Shanky Bhaiya, which helps me bounce back every once in a while. Needless to say, but much needed. I love both of you. And then my angels, Divjot, aka DJ, and Anjum. I refer to them as my fashion friends because that's where we met during my MS in fashion management. This is the same course my parents made me join after we lost Mr. K. Anjum's madness and the spiritual side of DJ, or the 80s connection that I and him share, made it possible for me to attend that college. Had they both not talked to me, I swear I was such a mess, I would have missed the opportunity to have these insane people in my life. I remember one day I didn't go to college and it was Mr. K's first death anniversary. DJ and Anjum came to my house, incessantly knocked at my bedroom door, and didn't give up until I opened up. That's the kind of support they lended to me. They both helped me in reconnecting back to life while being their usual cheerful, colorful, and loving selves. They dragged me to fashion shows, attending parties, and what not craziness.
I remember her one day in the morning when she and I were together in the class, like on our tables, but I remember her eyes very carefully that they would notice everything, they would see everything. I remember her being very caring for everyone, very on point, she knew what she wanted. And always like very loving, very caring, like reassuring eyes. And she was never a stranger. I felt like from the first moment till now that I know her, that she was always a comforting presence in your life. She would always listen to you. She'll always give you the best advice. She seemed to know all the best always, she'd seem to know better than you. She's someone who you'd go for advice. And the more and more I got to know her, I felt that my first impression was always right. That Shefali would always be there for you. She'll always be there to listen to you. And she'll tell you when you'd be wrong, but she'll also listen to you.
Shifali is one of the most amazing, caring, and sweet person that I have ever gotten lucky enough to meet. In my opinion, she deserves anything she could ever want and more. She's one of those people I can trust with almost every secret of mine, and I absolutely adore her. My biggest wish for her. It's for her to be happy and always be smiling, and I want her to start a good chapter with a good person. So yeah, this is my wish for her.
Presence of all of them makes my life special and is a reminder that stars do exist. While Mr. K, my bestest friend who knows the minutest details about me, is my North Star, these all lit up my sky like no one else ever can. So with this, you all have met my cheer squad, my support system, and as much as this episode gave you an insight about them, it was a wonderful delight for me as well, because I knew they love me, but had no idea I mean so much to them. Now, this episode is to tell you that whenever you are in self doubt, you don't want anyone near you. Remember, behind that wall that you have built, there is someone who's cheering for you. Even if you close all the doors, they will find a way, and if they fail to do so, whenever you pass across that door, you will find your true supporters, your friends, your siblings, your loved ones waiting for you with a big wide grin. They just want you to open your arms and let them in. Give them a chance, give yourself a chance. Life is beautiful, more than you can ever imagine. Don't mistake pitfalls for the end of world. Remember, a winner is a loser who tried one more time. Now this brings us to the end of season finale of Ranting and Relieving. This episode was kept for finale to give you time to break those walls and step out of the mess you are in, to give others a chance to be grateful for all that they have in life, or to many of you, a food for thought of how to become a pillar of strength for those who need you, no matter how hard they push you away or they even ask your presence or not, but you must be there for them. We have our reasons when we do so. When I did so, I started believing that I'm truly a curse and I will ruin their lives as well. So yeah, I did what I did. So hang on to your loved ones. Don't give up on them just yet. And to my superstars, I love all of you, tons loads. Now before saying goodbyes for a season break, a news for all of you. I have received suggestions for a Hindi version of my podcast, which I'm planning to do soon. So keep an eye on any updates about the same by following me on Instagram. My profile goes by the Scribble Solace. Meanwhile, you can always stay in touch either at Instagram or via emailing me at thescribblesolace@gmail.com. I'll be back soon with another season. Till then, keep shining, be a reason for someone to smile every day, and spread the word about ranting and relieving among your friends, family, and colleagues. Honestly, I'm nothing without your support. Gratitude and much love to all of you. This is me, Shefali, signing off. Until next time.